Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. You might be saying that I'm a bit dull today. Well, I do have some throat problems, but well, dear friends and subscribers, as I said, you are the ones who actually run this cricket show, and without your support I couldn't have gone to such lengths. So it's only for my dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings that I'm doing my cricket show today, even though I'm a bit indisposed as far as my throat is concerned. So you would see that there will be a lot of the enthusiasm might be lacking, and I might not be really delivering it with a full flow, as you know. Today, as what we are looking at two matches. One is we are looking at India clean sweeping Zimbabwe in the one-day series at the Queen's Sports Club Bulawayo, where it was the final one-day international of the series. India made a clean sweep of the series. What to say about India? India totally dominated Zimbabwe, and India won by 7 wickets. As far as Zimbabwe were concerned, well, there are a lot of questions to be answered. One is, even though the first two matches one could understand the pitch was really helping the bowlers, but on a very flat tracks like Bulawayo, well, they really couldn't come up with something to really challenge the Indians. So Virat Kohli had a very successful run in this one-day series, taking this. And what was good for India, with a very reserve batting lineup, the big names are all absent, taking rest, and here it is, India with the reserve squad has done the trick. So it's congratulations to India, no doubt about it. They did a splendid job. As far as today's match was concerned, India were the ones who actually won the toss. One was that it was a very good toss to win, because there was some cloudy conditions. The seamers could have definitely played a role, and they definitely did. In fact, they reduced Zimbabwe to such a situation. In fact, India really took advantage of the conditions that were prevailing by picking up wickets. In fact, Sibanda was the first to go, Inarkat actually getting him for 5. As I said, I wouldn't be able to go into much details today. Brendan Taylor, the captain, now that is something for Zimbabwe has been a big question mark. Brendan Taylor, the captain of the Zimbabwean cricket team, has just got 30 runs in the whole series, and that is not something that one can take. Brendan Taylor, the captain of the Zimbabwe team, and one would have thought he was the mainstay of the Zimbabwe team with lots of experience, and his making only 28 runs doesn't really answer the question. And that has been a big blow for Zimbabwe, according to me, because if Brendan Taylor had played, probably things would have looked different. And now that is something that Brendan Taylor himself has to answer to Zimbabwe. Well, there's no credit taken away from the Indian bowlers. They did a wonderful job. And then after that, Maruma was out for 4. As I said, wickets started tumbling at regular intervals, and it was only Sean Williams who actually made 51 of 65 balls with 6 fours to have the Zimbabwe total to a decent score of 163 all out. 17 from Chigumbura, 16 Mushangwe, and not out Jarvis, Kyle Jarvis 12. So 163 all out. And for Zimbabwe, it was a real struggle. In fact, they were really struggling. The first 10 overs, they couldn't take advantage of the first 10 overs power play, and then only when the sun started shining brightly, there was something that they could do, but it was too late, because all the top order had gone to the pavilion, with Sibanda, Taylor, Maruma, Masakadza, Waller and Chigumbura into the hut, and then it becomes too difficult. But it was one good thing was that Sean Williams got a 50 to his credit, and Masakadza contributing 32. Well, 163 all out. The bowling figures, once again, as far as Zimbabwe concerned, as you know, in this series, one more thing, as and when I'm giving the report, I would like to point out Amit Mishra's bowling has been the real feature. In fact, he has become the previously in a bilateral series, Javagal Srinath, now the referee. He's in the top officials of the ICC, and he was the one who actually got probably a 6-wicket bag. But here Amit Mishra in 5 matches, in fact Javagal Srinath did it in 6 matches. Amit Mishra has done it in 5 matches. He has taken 6 wickets. Javagal Srinath did it against New Zealand, and Amit Mishra had a proud record. And what Amit Mishra did, I mean, the problem for Zimbabwe has been that nobody has been able to pick up the googly of Amit Mishra. And once again, Amit Mishra was brought on. He did his job. 8.5 overs, no maiden, 48 runs and 6 wickets. He has sort of a mesmerizing effect on the Zimbabwe batsman with his bowling in this particular one-day series. And it is very sad to see that Amit Mishra doesn't even figure in the India A team, which is going to embark to South Africa, where they are not only going to play South Africa A, they are also going to have a triangular series where Australia A would be participating. As you all know, Australia A and South Africa A are currently in battle. In fact, South Africa have already won the first match, as you know. And so that is something that it's a bit difficult to really understand. Amit Mishra doesn't even figure there. Let's look into the bowling figures. But Amit Mishra did a great job there. Mohit Sharma, 6 overs, 1 for 25. He picked up the wicket of Brendan Taylor, a very important wicket at that. Inatkat, 1 for 8. He has looked absolutely impressive in this one-day series. Jadeja, not only with the ball, also did with the bat too. He had 1 for 42. Mohammad Shami, 7 overs, 1 minute, 1 for 27. Very economical bowler. Suresh Raina, 2 overs for 9 runs. As far as India were concerned, for India, Cheteshwar Pujara, once again, the other day he failed on his debut, and he's the captain of the India A team for the South Africa A tour. And Cheteshwar Pujara would not be happy with his performance because he was clean bowled by Jarvis for a beautiful delivery. In fact, a nice off cutter from Jarvis, which cut in, and Pujara was gone, nipped back, and he was gone for a duck. And so that is something that India will be seriously looking at, because Cheteshwar Pujara is the captain of the India A team, which is going to play South Africa and Australia A. And that is not good news for India. Well, after that, Shikhar Dhawan, he was the man of the series, and well, he did his job. He contributed 41 of 38 balls with 6 fours and 1 6, as has become customary nowadays. Ajinkya Rahane was given an opportunity today, and well, he was dropped once. Now another thing that Zimbabwe should really seriously look at, according to me, is the fielding. The fielding has really dropped. Dropped, and that is not something that he wanted in international cricket. Zimbabwe, I thought, in this particular one-day series were guilty of dropping a lots of catches, a lot of missed fields, which they have to really improve. So Ajinkya Rahane benefited from that, and he contributed 50 of 66 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. Ravindra Jadeja did the winning hit by hitting a 6. He had an unbeaten 48 of 77 balls with 4 fours and 2 sixes. Dinesh Karthik was not out on 10. And 167 for 3. India once again having a convincing victory by 7 wickets. But one thing that I would also like to point out whilst I am doing all this particular reporting, that for Zimbabwe, one thing that the first time that I saw that Kyle Jarvis, who is their main bowler, bowled splendidly. He was getting the ball to swerve away from the batsman. He was getting the ball to come in, which actually had Pujara, and he was absolutely on the money. Look at his bowling figures: 8 overs, 3 maidens, 18 runs and 2 wickets. And not only that, this was very important for Zimbabwe, that Kyle Jarvis really stuck to a good line, but that was not to be in the one-day series. So that is something that Zimbabwe have to really seriously look at. But Kyle Jarvis, let me tell you, is a wonderful bowler. He's just 24 years of age. Really keeps the ball up to the batsman, doesn't allow much of scoring to be done, so he has to continue that. Vittori, 5 overs for 41, he was very costly. Chugumbra, well, I'm not going into the bowling figures. Amit Mishra was named man of the match, and the man of the series went to Shikhar Dhawan. Well, one thing that I would like to speak here, dear fans, friends and subscribers, is a very important, pertinent point that I'm talking about. For me, it has been a real surprise. One does not know what is the reason behind it. Parvez Rasool, the right arm off spinner from Jammu and Kashmir, the rookie off spinner, one probably thought this was the right opportunity for him to actually make a debut. I've been telling this in all my Cricket Happening show, even when the India-Zimbabwe tour started. And for me, it really baffles me that Parvez Rasool, not even in Zimbabwe, after coming here, has been just a spectator, not even being given one game. At least you could have given him a debut, and and that too against Zimbabwe, that would have given him some confidence. And also, well, let me tell you, he would have made history. Jammu and Kashmir would have gone into the cricketing map as far as international cricket is concerned. Now, that is something I really don't understand. I hope that someone comes and gives me the answer to why Pervez Rasool, the right arm off spinner, was left out. Well, if there has been considerations as he has been sick or something, one can really understand. But I wouldn't really understand the reason why Pervez Rasool, the right arm off spinner from Jammu and Kashmir, was left out, in the sense he was not given a single game. Well, for me, I think that's raising a big question here. Anyways, as I said, this is a Cricket Happening show where I just voice in my opinions and my views. I don't have anything else to say. If any dear friends and subscribers who really follow Indian cricket, and if you feel that you want to really voice out something on this, you are free to do that on my Cricket Happening show. Well, so let me just put the curtain down here on this one-day series. As I said, it's all done and dusted. The India-Zimbabwe series has ended. India did it convincingly with 5-0. Zimbabwe have a lot of questions to answer. As far as England-Australia are concerned, the Ashes Test match, it's today once again Australia still holding the upper hand here with England towards stumps on day 3, requiring another. They trail by 233 runs, but they require another 33 runs to avoid the follow-on. And today's feature was Kevin Pietersen getting on and becoming the most prolific run-getter ever for England by overtaking the record which was held by the former opener of England and now coach Graham Gooch, who scored 13,109. Not the coach. In fact, Graham Gooch, as you know, is a batting coach. He had a record of 13,190 runs, and that was gone. Kevin Pietersen, it belongs to Kevin Pietersen of England now. He has overtaken when he actually scored 80 runs. He overtook Graham Gooch's record of 13,190 runs, and what a proud feeling and what a proud record for Kevin Pietersen to become the most prolific run getter in English cricket history. Really, congratulations to him. He contributed. He got his 23rd Test century, which had him making 113 runs of 206 balls with 12 fours and 2 sixes. He was absolutely playing with lots of confidence, and that Kevin Pietersen that we know of, driving well, flicking well, and he played all his trademark strokes. And he also deposited Nathan Lyon for 2 sixes. And let me tell you, Nathan Lyon couldn't do much. The reason being that Kevin Pietersen and Ian Bell went after him. In fact, Bell also hit him for a 6. And Kevin Pietersen was the man in particular, really dominated Nathan Lyon. And Nathan Lyon was never given a chance to get the ball to turn, and that was what was required, but he couldn't do that. It was all thanks to Kevin Pietersen. But what a knock from Kevin Pietersen. 60 coming in from Ian Bell, also played well, with making 60 with 10 fours and 1 6. Alistair Cook contributing 62. Not a very convincing, but he was out to a very loose stroke when he actually tried to leg glance a ball from Mitchell Starc and had him behind the stumps, took a good take. So he was gone for 62 with 7 boundaries. Today they lost. Jonathan Trott was gone the other day. Jonathan Trott was an early victim today. He was gone for 5. Jonathan Bairstow contributing 22. And at stumps, Matt Pryor was not out on 6. And Stuart Broad was not out on 9. 294. So the first thing on the morrow in the morning for England would be to get those 33 runs. They still have that capability because Matt Pryor is there, who is a good player. Stuart Broad, the all-rounder, is into the mix, and then they have Graham Swan and James Anderson still to come. But Australia will be hoping that tomorrow in the morning they could disturb this pair pretty quickly and probably take 3 quick wickets early in the morning to see to it that they could enforce the follow-on in England. Because, as I said, the pitch, or probably in this thing, I have a feeling that Australia might not enforce the follow-on, and probably they would like to actually have England bat last on this particular match, so that Australia can muster some good runs and then put the pressure on England with all those foot marks and all those wear and tear which they get towards the 5th day, and try to utilize it. So that's what probably would be in the thinking of Michael Clarke, I suppose. As far as the bowling was concerned, while Ryan Harris bowled 26 overs, 9 maidens, 50 runs and 2 wickets, he was absolutely on the money. He bowled superbly. In fact, the ball that he got to actually dismiss, I thought it was, he had the wicket of Ian Bell with a beautiful delivery. He had all the balls going out, and this ball nipped back, and Ian Bell was gone as it went and hit the top of the off stump. So he had 2 for 50. Mitchell Stark was the most successful bowler, bowled superbly. He took Alistair Cook's wickets. Then he had Kevin Pietersen LBW, and 26 overs, in about 26 overs, 5 minutes, 75 runs and 3 wickets. Nathan Lyon toiled hard, 26 overs, 8 minutes, none for 77, not given an opportunity, especially due to Kevin Pietersen using his feet to Nathan Lyon and not allowing him to really get the ball to turn or bounce. Watson 15 overs, 7 minutes, 26 runs and no wicket. Probably if one of the appeals that Watson made against Kevin Pietersen when he was wrapped on the pads, which Michael Clark didn't really agree to, and then it was, they didn't go for the review, and then finally it was found out that Kevin Pietersen would have been out if the review had been taken. Well, that's how the luck favors the brave, I would say there. And then Peter Siddle, 25 overs, 6 minutes, 53 runs and 2 wickets, didn't add to his wicket tally today. And so that was the match situation. As I said, 294 for 7 was what England closed at on the third day. We have 2 more days to go, and probably, well, with 2 more days to go, one probably reckons that if the follow-on is given, probably England, Australia, probably I spoke a bit too early. What could have happened is, I'm sure that if the follow-on would be enforced by Australia, if at all England falls short by 33 runs, and I'm sure then they would like to pile on the pressure on England. So definitely Australia would be hoping that they could get 3 quick wickets on the morrow in the morning. Well, dear fans and subscribers, nothing else to share. Thanks for your company as usual, and thanks for your great support to this Cricket Happening Show. Your host Ram would like to sign off now, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.